Number 6, it was factor the polynomial that was given completely using the given factor using long division. Now, some of the things that kind of went past us is we wanted to factor this thing, so factor it completely, which means using this factor of x minus 3 and long division, write it in simplest factored form. So, okay, let's get into our long division. We got x cubed plus 2x squared minus 21x plus 18. And we're dividing it by the factor of x minus 3. So we're going to use the factor that they gave us, and now we're going to do our long division. Well, the process with long division is, what do I multiply x by to get an x cubed, and that is an x squared. So I multiply x squared times x is x cubed. Now I take the x squared times negative 3, and that's going to be a negative 3x squared. Now with division, we normally subtract, but I've asked you to do this to try to help eliminate some common errors. We draw the line and then change the signs. Instead of subtracting, we're going to add the opposites. So when we add the opposites, those reduce, and then we got 2x squared plus 3x squared is 5x squared. Once you do that, you drop down your next number. So I drop down my next term, which is negative 21x. And then I start asking the same question I did before. What do I multiply x times to get 5x squared? So I got to multiply that by 5x. So 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times a negative 3 is a negative 15x. Instead of subtracting, I want you to draw the line, change the signs, and add. So we're adding the opposites. They cancel, and that's going to give us a negative 6x left as a remainder. We need to drop down our next number, which is 18. Okay? Then after we drop down that 18, we figure out what do we multiply x by to get 6x. Well, that's times a negative 6, so a negative 6 times x is a negative 6x. Negative 6 times a negative 3 is a positive 18. If we draw the line, change the signs, and add, then we end up with a remainder of 0. Because we have a remainder of 0, I know that this is a factor, and so is this. Okay, I was using the same idea. If I take 4, or 36 divided by 4, and it goes in there evenly, which it does, then I know that not only is 4 a factor, but so is 9. So I can write the factored form of 4 times 9, which is 36. This is the same concept or idea that I'm going to use with this set of directions. Factor it completely. Right now I know that x minus 3 times this value up here, x squared, plus 5x minus 6 are my factors. But the directions asked us to factor it completely, so there might be a chance that that trinomial factors again. So the x minus 3 is your linear factor. That can't be reduced, but we could try to factor this quadratic factor. So x times x, signs are going to be the different, plus and minus, factors of 6, that'll give you a 5. We better go with a positive 6 and a negative 1. So this is my factored form of that original polynomial. And that's what it was after, to factor completely using the long division.